Brother one day. Mm. Hello there, sports fans. I'm Dudley Thompson and FM Dial. I'm solo today without usual partner in crime, Michelle Anthony. And it's now time for Make with Talks for the first time in a very long time. We're on YouTube today, not Facebook. So your fans over there on Facebook, you can switch to YouTube today. We're live on Roots FM 96.1, as per usual. And on social media, we're not on Facebook today, but we're at WDT Media TV on YouTube for a change. We are coming to today on YouTube and also on Roots 96.1 FM. It's Talk Sports and lot of sports to get through today. The Barclays English Premier League is also up on us as per usual. And also, Jamaica's local football Premier League is also up, as you know. And Harborview is still in a spot of bother because after three matches, the Stars no, sorry, I beg your pardon. Defending champions Portmore United, I beg your pardon, Harborview, is in a spot of bother because they are the reigning champions and with a new coach, Ricardo Baby Gardner, they are still pointless after three matches. It is unheard of for a team in local football, a top team, a matter of fact, to be pointless after three matches in Jamaica's top flight football Premier League and also in Premier League as well. Oh, but yes, all right, in Premier League as well, where we see some new team, Orleans United, is making a big impact in the local football sphere. But the big question is, can Orleans United stay the course? Or some may say this early season flair. Let's wait and see if Orleans United have the staying power to at least make the top six when it boils down to the best of the best in Premier League. Or will Pope United languish at the foot of the table? Or will they round themselves into some useful form and they're gonna start winning some matches? Also today, track and field athlete Brenna Williams, her trial starts today and just days before the start of IF World Championships. It starts today. And also, our good friend Godfrey Lothian isn't it also a spot of bother because his tenure as president of TT Jamaica has been overturned by the courts. And also, it's been told that he had to revert to the old name of the Jamaica Table Tennis Association and immediately cease using the new name of Table Tennis Jamaica because the courts has ruled that it's too close to Lawn Tennis Jamaica. No, it's too close to Tennis Jamaica that deal with lawn tennis. So Tennis Jamaica and TT Jamaica is just a bit too close. So I've been asked to revert to the old name of Jamaica Table Tennis Association and desist and cease and desist from using the new name they plan to use. That's the Table Tennis Jamaica. And also its presidency is now declared null and void. The challenge in the courts by the losing candidate for the presidency and Miss Lam, and she and now the JOA will now step in. They're going to have new dates for the elections. All right, but this is Mike with Talk Sports. They can give us your take on 372-8446. That's the 372-8446. Give us your your thoughts and your views inside Make We Talk Sports. And before we move now into the meat of the matter, give you some updates, some matches on for you today in local schoolboy football. And it continues today with a host of matches in the Manning Cup football, mind you. And for those who don't know the history of the Manning Cup, it was donated by a then Jamaican governor, Sir William Manning. And he said that this cup must be played for schoolboy played among for schoolboys in the corporate area. In 1920s, Jamaican governor Sir William Manning, and he donated this cup and it now be called the Manning Cup years after. All right, and game on for you today in Manning Cup football competition. And we're gonna see Haile Selassie High School. They will host Clan Carty, and all games are set to start at 3:30 p.m. That's Haile Selassie against Clan Carty today in Manning Cup football. And also Cumberland will take on Holy Trinity also in Manning Cup action. That's in Group A. and St. Jago, they will host Bridgeport. So these are games on for you in Manicup football, symbolic of schoolboy soccer supremacy in the corporate area. Over in Group B, Kingston High will take on Don Quarry, and Don Quarry High School is named after Jamaica sprinter Don Quarry, Olympic gold medalist, the Olympic Games in Montreal in 1976. And Ascot will take on Charlie Smith, coached by Jerome Waite. Charles Smith, the school at Ascot will take on Charlie Smith. And also, Denham Town will take on Jonathan Grant in Group B. In Group C is Northern Tech will take on Oberlin. In Group C, Northern Tech not having a good year in Manning Cup this year. This Northern Tech they will take on Oberlin in schoolboy football, and my old school Penwood will take on Stats at Klinkling Oval. So all the persons in Olympic Gardens, please go today and support Penwood High School. They'll take on Stats at Klinkling Oval. So those who from Klinkling Olympic Bay Farm Road Tower Hill, you go out and support the only high school in Olympic Gardens. That's Penwood will take on Stats at the Klinkling Oval. And also Papine High will take on St. Catherine in the Manning Cup. That's in Group C. And over in Group F now, it's Ardennes will take on Eltham High. So Ardennes will host Eltham at Eltham High. And former champion and two former champions, normally high school, will take on the this year's favorite, St. George's College in in Group F. And over in Group G, it's Pembroke Hall will take on Excelsior. And this team Excelsior is hoping to go all the way. Coach there, Excelsior, coached by Liebert Halleman. And Liebert Halleman, he became the first coach to win Manning Cup at Technical High School at Stats many years ago. And Kingston Technical High School will play their neighbors, Kingston College, just close by, Kingston College at KT Field. And then Cedar Grove will take on Drone Technical, 1998 champion Drone Technical will take on Cedar Grove. And these are games on for you today in the Manning Cup football. And head coach of Charlie Smith High School, Jerome Waite, will hope his young team will make their mark in Group B when they host Ascot High in Group B in the Manning Cup over there at the school's playing field. In one of the games in the group, Jonathan Grant hope to maintain their unbeaten record when they face them down in the Edward Seaga Sports Complex. The Jerome Wade coach Charlie Smith has coming off a great 1-0 win over Denham Town last Friday when they saw them jump into second place in the group with 7 points and 3 points behind leaders Jonathan Grant. So again, coach Jerome Wade is no longer the coach at Arnett Gardens and is hoping that his young charge can do well this time around at that level here in the Manning Cup football competition. So we're hoping to see that we'll go there. All right, we'll now go further afield now in the Red Stripe Premier League. That moving from schoolboy football now. I'll be hop over now to the adults in the Jamaica's Red Stripe Premier League. We saw some good games played yesterday in the Premier League, and we saw where Dumbly Holden and they beat Veer United by 2 goals to nil. So Dumbly Holden team getting the better of Veer. But one of the first time the new qualifiers they played as Jamalco some years ago. They're now Veer and they get the better of them by 2 goals to nil. Mullines United, the unbeaten team is so far the fine of this year's competition. The new team and they're making their impact early in the competition. That's Mullines United, and they beat Arnett Gardens by 2 goals to 1. And I tell you, Arnett Gardens, they need to get back on Jerome Waite on board. Arnett Gardens, they're down by 2 goals to 1 at the hands of Mullines United. And Humble Lion, the team of Michelle Anthony, and my team, Waterhouse, and both teams play to a nil scoreline. And Tivoli Gardens, they beat Cavalier by 2 goals to 0. And Portmore United, and they got their first. I say Portmore United. No, it's not necessarily Portmore United. They have a game. Portmore United will playing tonight against Harborview. Portmore United, they beat Harborview by 2 goals to 1. So Portmore United they got their first win in the competition so far. They up now to their first point. So beat Harborview by 2 goals to 1 to carve out their first win in Premier League. And the point standings now we see in Premier League, Remo Lions are currently in front by 12 points, followed by Waterhouse on 10. We have Humble Lion and Tumble Holding. They're both on 6 points, but Humble Lion, by virtue of having a superior goal difference, of also Harborview is also on 6 points as well. Yui is on 4 points, and so too is Mount Pleasant and Arnett Gardens. They're both on 4 points in mid table, along with Cavaliers as well, and Jamaica on three. Jamaica on three, Double Holding on three, and Port United is that's on Tivoli on three, and Portmore got their first 3 points of the campaign. So again, so a good win there for there, and Mullins United coach is harboring ambition of winning the Premier League title. And if he's successful, it might become the first team in Jamaica's history, the first time playing in top flight football and come out on top in the competition. And he said, forget just staying in the league. Mullins United are aiming for the Western Premier League title for the first season in the nation's top flight football. That's according to the coach there of the team, Lidge Sims. And head coach Lidge Sims has set the target for the side as they recounted their fourth straight win in the seasons, defeating Arnett Gardens by 2 goals to 1 yesterday at the Joseland Field. And the Mullins team might need a home ground shortly because they can because a team like Mullins are playing so well, they need to have at least a home ground. I think their ground at Mullins required to play Premier League football in Jamaica. So thus then that they play on their home grounds their home matches at various venues. And so despite that setback, Lit Sims is still harboring hopes that his new team can win the Red Stripe Premier League. All right, and he said, so we're hoping we're gonna see what happened with that team as they continue to stay the course. All right, we're taking your, give us your views and your calls. That we're taking your views here at 372-8446. On track and field is also up on us today, and we'll soon touch on track and field for your short. But in the meantime, still on football there for you. Continue inside. Just to give you a quick again for Premier League action results. Dunfermline beat Vere by 2 goals to 0. Mullins United beat Arnett Gardens 2-1. Humber Lion and Waterhouse they played to a 1-0 scoreline. Tivoli Gardens beat Cavalier by 2 goals to 0. And Portmore got their first marking in the win of the season. American Baby Gardner beating his older club, Harborview, 2-1 in that end counter. All right, and that's how we saw the football there on the local scene. And now to football now overseas. Results of games played in the English Premier League over the weekend. Burnley, they beat Newcastle by 2 goals to 0. And the Burnley fans must be jumping there. And West Ham United, they beat Manchester United by 2 goals to 0. Brighton and Newcastle, they played to a 0 scoreline. Crystal Palace and Wolves ended 1-1. Arsenal, they clipped Aston Villa by 3 goals to 2. And Liverpool, my team, as usual, they beat Chelsea by a goal to 0. So, and look at the standings there in the English Premier League. Liverpool is currently on top with 18 points in the English Premier League, and they're followed by Manchester City, currently on 13 points, followed by the former champions Leicester, currently on 11 points as well. So to Arsenal and West Ham. Bournemouth come next with 10 points in 6th spot. 7th spot, we have Tottenham Hotspur, currently on 8 points. We have Manchester United also on 8 points, and in 8th spot, we have Burnley also on 8, and Sheffield United also on 8 points. And those now in the drop zone, although it's still early days yet in the Barclays, still early days in the Premier League. In 16th spot, we have Norwich, and they are on 6 points, followed by Newcastle, who are currently on 5 points. We have Aston Villa, who is on 4 points, and we have Wolves on 4 points as well, and we have Watford United, and they're currently on four to be at the cellar position in the table in the Barclays English Premier League right now. All right, so those are how we saw football at about this high school level and the Premier League, and also local and English Premier League. All right, 96.1 on this your FM band, and this is Make We Talk Sports, and this is 96.1 on this your FM dial. And a quick look back now at table tennis. We all know what took place recently now. So, recently, Godfrey Leothan, president of the Jamaica TT Association, was re-elected president of the association, but his challenger, who lost the election, that's Mrs. Karen Sinclair Lam, rather, Lim, yes. And she challenged the result, she challenged the outcome in the courts. And the courts ruled in her favor because before the election, it is alleged that Mr. Godfrey Leothan changed the constitution and before the election, and she took that matter to court, and the court ruled in her favor. So right now, there's two strikes now against Mr. Godfrey Leothan, and the court also ruled, I told you earlier, that the name change that he wanted for the association, it was rejected by the registrar of companies of Jamaica. They want to change from Jamaica Table Tennis Association, the change to Table Tennis Jamaica Limited, and that was rejected because Tennis Jamaica is also there that deals with lawn tennis, and they're saying that the public could confuse both bodies. The names are too close. On that basis, the name change was rejected. So and they were asked or told rather with immediate effect to desist from using TT Jamaica and to revert back to Jamaica Table Tennis Association because that new name was not ratified by the Registrar of Companies and other bodies. So again, so Mr. Godfrey Leotha now will have to know what next for him as know not know I know as the he's no ex-president because the chair for the presidency of TT Jamaica is now vacant. Or let's say Jamaica TT Association, the chair of presidency is now vacant. And now the Jamaica Olympic Association, we're going to set a date for that elections. I'm going to see interesting times. You remember some to the media, and now we're seeing where table tennis is no more in trying to real. So soon and very soon, we're gonna hear the elections and the outcome of that one. I'm gonna see if Mr. Lowton will be returned as president because they say the constitution after to be redrafted in original state, and one that was changed by Mr. Lothian, the court has overruled that the change was actually illegal. So how that one will work out. All right, so we're gonna see exactly how it will stay. This has been Talk Sports 96.1 on the FM dial. We're going to look at track and field for you very shortly. We'll be having look at Jamaica's prospect, how they see Jamaica's prospect for the upcoming World Championships in Doha. We expect a bigger medal haul than the last time around, and will Jamaican athlete be ready optimum to perform? And also Brenna Williams, our trial starts today. We're hoping that she can get a good result so she can go into the trials, track and field meet in a good frame of mind and to perform at her brilliant best. It's going to be her first race as a senior. As a senior, it will be good to see. It will be good to see a 1, 2, 3 again. Shillian Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, and Brianna Williams. That will be good in that event, but it's easier said than done. All right, so we're up on our first break here in the side of Make We Talk Sports. We just went through football a short while ago. Jamaica's Premier League, Manning Cup action there for you. Also look at results in the local football and Premier League as well, and also a host of other activities. All right, so I'm going to take a quick pause here in the side Make We Talk Sports, and then come back, look at track and the field, and other netball and other events still to come in Make We Talk Sports. All right, so Just quick football there for you again for those who may just join us. Not sure why you just joined us in Make We Talk Sports. A quick recap at the matches on for you today in Money Cup action. Chaha El Selassie against Clancarty. Cumberland will take on Holy Trinity. And St. Jago will take on Bridgeport. And these are Group A games. In Group B matches, it's Kingston High against Donald Quarry. Ascot against Charlie Smith. Denham Town against Jonathan Grant. And that's in Group B. In Group C, it's Northern Tech against Oberlin High. Penwood will take on Stats at Kinkling Oval. Papine will take on St. Catherine. In Group F, Arden High will take on Eltham. And these are games on for you in Manning Cup action for this week. All right, make we talk sports here on Roots FM 96.1. Make we talk sports. Zuckerman.
God never said the road would be easy. But remember, faith is the moving cause of all action. Join us every Wednesday for the program Touch Me with Pastor Hall and team from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. on Roots 96.1 FM for all your inspirations, healing, and deliverance. That's Touch Me every Wednesday from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m.
Do you have an issue you would like to discuss? Well, here's your opportunity. Whatever your issues are, you can voice them on Roots of the Matter with J.R. Small every Thursday night from 8:30 to 9:30 on 96.1 Roots FM. J.R. Small will take you to the roots of the matter. Don't miss it.
And the place nice, Johnny, I want it one. The place have AC, the homework print real good, especially the picture them.
What? Like me, I forgot to check out them Zinc Link.
Zinc Link Internet Cafe, located at 1 Maho Drive, on the grounds of the Mustard Seed Communities, offers a wide range of services including typing, research assistance, printing, photocopying, and visa application assistance. You can also email your printing job to us at zinclinkcafe@gmail.com. All you have to do is come, pay, and collect. Opening hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the Fridays and 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. That's Zinc Link in the cafe.
And that's how we are link.
the child deserve protection. Proper parenting, that's a part of the plan. Educate them about the right and wrong. Don't beat them, put down the belt, yeah, man. Talk openly to your child about safety. I be a thing that one in the country of lately. If I them alone, don't make them go places. Teach them to run away from danger, don't face it. That's right. Protect the children, please. We don't want to see no bruise for them knees. No, protect the children, please. Especially in times like these. Why? Protect the children, please. May them bloom like flowers and trees. Why? Protect the children, please. Me a beg you no. Protect the children, please. Bullying need to stop. Corporal punishment that need to stop. Beating up with that need to stop. No let them alone and when the grill lock. But read the child care protection act. Best interest and safety them have that lock. Family support them will help with that.
A message from the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA.
All right, and welcome back now to Make We Talk Sports, and it's 96.1 on the FM band. We're also live on YouTube, we're not on Facebook today. All right, and it will be a nerve-wracking 3 day for young Jamaican sprinter Brian Williams, and her camera anti-doping case starts today and it's concluded on Wednesday. But because of the private nature, authorities refuse to identify the location for her hearing rather. All right, so it starts today at an undisclosed location. The 17-year-old double under 20 world champion was found to have a banned diuretic hydrochlorothiazide in her system when she was tested by the Jamaica National Senior Championships that was held in June to select Jamaica's World Championship team. And Williams, who is widely considered one of the most exciting track and field prospects, clocked a personal best and Jamaican national junior record of 10.94 seconds to finish third in the trials to earn a spot on Jamaica's team to this year's World Championship, which starts on Friday in Doha. Nevertheless, she was named as Jamaica's athletics. She was named by J3 in Jamaica's team to the women's J3 to the women's 100-meter team that the team is to start on. So the trial ends on Wednesday and the 100-meter starts on Saturday. The meet starts on Friday in Doha, and the first round of the 100-meter starts on Saturday. Close for her there, and hope that she can go in there to in a good frame of mind. And the independent anti-doping disciplinary panel, chaired by Attorney Kent Gammon, and include Dr. Marjorie Vassell and Dennis Forrest, will monitor the case. And further, Bates Williams, who is in the island, will be represented by Dr. Emir Crown, a reputed international sports law expert. The Trinidadian has previously represented Jamaican Dominic Blake and Riker Hilton in a recent anti-doping hearing. And the Trinidad Young Williams is said to have declared taking a cold medicine. Yes, Young Williams is said to have declared taking a cold medicine at Farmer Cold and Flu during the Jamaica Championships, which was given to her by her mother, Sharon Simpson. Her camp has claimed that the over-the-counter pill was contaminated with elements of the diuretic. If found guilty, Williams could face a maximum ban of 4 years, but Dr. Crowd expected to employ a no-fault defense. And they said the no-fault route, which under the WADA Anti-Doping Agency Code, JADCO, Jamaica's Anti-Doping Commission rules, the no-fault route gets the alleged anti-doping violation completely eliminated, and she could keep her result and keep her result. Failing that, however, Dr. Crow said the second route is no single is no fault or negligence that section, there is a special subjection that deals with contaminated products, and the penalty range from a subversion of requirement up to 2 years, and that could be bad for the young Jamaican sprinter. All right, and she was born in USA. Williams is the world under 15 world record holder, world youth under 18 and under 17 record holder, and Jamaica's junior under 20 record holder. Women's 100 meters. She earns gold medals in 100 meters, in 200 meters, and 4 by 100-meter relay, the 2018 Cardiff Games, and under 17 category, setting championship records on 100 meters and 4 by 1 relays, and earn the game 20 inside to win the 2019 Jamaica Football Federation JFF Lascelles Employees and Partners Corporate Credit Union Premier League mid-season finals played at UJFF Captain Horace Burrell Center of Excellence played field on Saturday. David Richards in the 11th, and Richards has now scored 10 goals this season. Meanwhile, Cavaliers landing leading scorer Rena Gordon netted the consolation goal for them for her. Jamaica Football Federation Lascelles Employees and Partners Corporate Credit Union mid-season finals played at JFF Captain Horace World Center of Excellence for winning that trophy there for you. All right, and that was over there in female football, and we are still hoping that our young Brenda Williams will get her fair share and go on to do great things there for Jamaica. All right, and we're back now with some local news here for you in the world of sports, and netball is another touchy topic again. And for us, netball Jamaica, and you heard recently, we told recently that Jamaica did not do so well at the World Netball Championships when they went down in the semifinals, and they know that they are making some coaching changes. And we heard that some players actually had some physical confrontation during the champion played so poorly in the competition. Was due to injury. So now some news just in. Has omitted Johnny Bradshaw from the test squad for the tour of New Zealand, with paceman James Anderson unavailable for the two test series due to calf injury. And Warwickshire opener Dominic Sibley is rewarded for the prolific summer with a piece of the playing alongside Kent batsman Zach Crawley and Lancashire pair Sakit Mahmood and Matt Parkinson. So again, so you see now, so they have so just in there in the world of cricket. And also, and just in answer, batsman Olive Pope, who played two tests against India in 2018, is back in the squad, while Joe Butter will be wicketkeeper at New Zealand due to Bestow absence. Bestow scored 214 runs in the five Ashes tests during the English summer, an average of 23.77. Anderson, English English top team West wicket taker, has been out of action since the test began in Australia. And also, the first test at Mount starts on November 21st, with the series not included in the new Test and Championships. And World Cup winning captain Aaron Morgan will captain the T20 team, which the first match starts on November 1. And Somerset, Tom Branton and Mahood have earned their first English call-up after impressive white ball summers, along with Warwickshire seamers Pat Brown and Lancashire spinner Matthew Parkinson. And the test squad read Joe Root captain, Rofa Asher, Stuart Bird, Roy Burns, Joe Butter, Zach Crawley, Sam Curran, Joe Bailey, Jack Leach, Savak Mahmood, Matthew Parkinson, Ollie Pope, Dominic Sibley, Ben Stokes, and Chris Wilkes. The T20 squad is Aaron Morgan, captain, Johnny Bedstow, Tom Banton, Sam Billings, Pat Brown, Sam Curran, Joe Lindley, and Louis Gregory, Chris Jordan, Sabik Mahmood, David Martin, Matt and Aden Rashid and James Vance. And these are the England squad there. So news just in there for you. All right, it's 96.1 on this year FM Bayern. And some disappointing news there as no pointed in an in that's Lam Punklet hit out of white ball contracts now. All right, and these are news coming in there as you go to you still here inside Make We Talk Sports 96.1 on this here FM dial. News coming from all over the globe. Just read a while ago, this breaking English news and news there. All right, and Johnny Bradshaw dropped from England test squad and selectors turn as they face New Zealand. All right, 96.1 on this year FM dial. This is Make We Talk Sports here. As we continue to give you the sports as they break, no, as they happen. All right, and early we gave Liverpool restore 5 point lead at Chelsea, at Chelsea, and Man U beat West Ham. I know the English football fans are still up in arms as to wonder how soon will Chelsea lose one of these games. And Chelsea move back to 5 points, clear of the top of the English Premier League. I know they keep Chelsea by 2 goals to 1 on a day where for Manchester United as Olga Gunnar men lost to West Ham yesterday. United have already 10 points behind the leaders after just 6 games. Liverpool continue to set the rate the pace and next face Arsenal, who came from a goal down to beat Aston Villa by 3-2 at the Emirates. And at Stamford Bridge, Jurgen Klopp men stretched their Premier League winning streak run to 15 games and two well worked set pieces in the first half an hour. So we're seeing some good results here in the world of football over there in England. All right, and football now we go football now back locally now as Bank of Jamaica won the third Western Sports Sponsored Bankers Association 2019 Interbank One Day Five-a-side Football Competition. 5 teams participated. Defending champions Jamaica National Bank, Scotia Bank, Bank of Jamaica, First Global Bank, and ICII Guardsman Group. NCB will play the league competition. In the semifinals, Scotiabank clipped First Global Bank by 3 goals to 1 on penalties in a penalty shootout after they played to a 1 scoreline at regulation and extra time. And in other semifinal, BOJ edged ICII by a goal-to-nil with Roger Buckner scoring that lone goal. The finals was dominated by Scotiabank, who were all over their opponents and they could not get past goalkeeper Jabbar Wallace, who single-handedly prevented Scotiabank from scoring with some spectacular saves. And Gardner Kevin Laney, former Waterhouse player, Nicholas Scott, and Sanjay Mora could not score for their team. But BOJ also got scoring chances, but Alston Townsend and Hunt, Buckner, and Green were all denied through scoring goalkeeper. That's Demond Crooks. So we saw a good match up there for you in that the BOJ top Scotiabank and Interbank football one day rally, and that was held there for you over there at the Water Commission Field. All right, and the business of football now, and National Housing Trust and got the first hold of the new Caribbean Limited Kingston and St. Andrews business football competition knockout. They defeated RJ Gleaner Group by 2 goals to 1 last week Saturday at the St. George's College Field. So a good win there for the first time champions, the first time champions. All right, and let's switch back now to some track and the field news again as we're looking at just Minnesota and Jamaica's team going now to the World Championships over there in Doha, and the medal tally is looking a bit better, as we said to you earlier. And I told that our predictions earlier. We're looking to see where Elaine Thompson and Sheldon Fraser Price could get 4 medals in the sprints, and hopefully we can get a clearance there from Brenna Williams, and hope that she could be among the medals as well, and also be a part of the sprint relay team. And we're seeing despite the fact that we're not looking much from the male sprinters, we're seeing a good inductee in the males in the 400 meters relay team. Where Akeem Broomfield, Jamaica's sprinter Akeem Broomfield, I said that he is looked at the possibility of taking a medals at the World Championships in the men 400 meters, but he missed the trials. In the trial, actually, he took part in the 200 meters. We came fifth in the finals, but other Jamaicans who ran in the who beat him in the 400 meters yet to meet the qualifying standard. And Broomfield ran 44.4 seconds this year. That is faster than the qualifying time, but in 45.1. So all the Jamaicans who finished in the first six in the qualifiers, they all failed to meet the qualifying standard. So Akeem Broomfield is Jamaica's leading bearer for that title, for that chance in the men's 400 meters at 44.40 seconds, and he is indeed the fastest Jamaican over that event. And we're hoping to see more from the male side. And Smichael in the discuss we told earlier as we did discuss, and they're looking at the possibility of Johan Blake making the finals and could sneak in a medal in the men's 100 meters. But the women's side should bring in the bulk of the medals. We can also see medal of that Natalia Gould, that outstanding girls champs athlete over the years. I think she had a record for the most gold medal girls champs, about 15 gold medals she won at girls champs in over a 5 year span. And she could be, but she ran 2 minutes recently in the 800 meters. But for her to go on the podium, she have to go like 1 minute 50, 54, 55, or 56 to be on the podium. But 2 minutes will not get her a podium finish. So Natalia Gould can reproduce a 158 or 157. She might be on the podium, but told you earlier, 2 minutes will not get her on that podium. And also, the Jamaican women's is now the favorite for the 4x1, and the men's team is ranked number 20th in the sprint relay list. And we're hoping that they can at least spring a surprise and medal. They're saying countries like the Great Britain, China, Japan, USA are the top team that come to sprint relay men actually, and Jamaica as not there as in previous years during the Bolt era. So we're hoping that Jamaica men's can spring a surprise and be among the medals and be on the podium when it comes to the sprint relay. And also Jamaica could also do well in the field events as well. So we could go some in the field event, Travis Michael in the shot put we told you earlier, and other events. There's also the mixed relay. Ah, the mixed relay. I'm not too sure how Jamaica would do the mixed relay as yet, but it'll be mixed relay as well. That mean male and female running on the same relay team. We call it mixed relay. I'm not in favor of this relay at all. I would prefer include 4x2 instead of mixed relay. Better have a 4x2 men and women. So you have three relays, 4x1, 4x2, and 4x4. But mixed relay, it doesn't feel like a novelty to me. I would want to say that the Olympic Games, mixed relay. It should be men and women event. Just men and women. And make it more exciting. All right, so want to see how the mixed relay will work out. Not a big fan of the mixed relay at all. All right, so I think on that note, as you wind down, make we talk sports for today. Let's recap what we went through today and give you some results of some of the happenings. Godfrey Littleton, the presidency is not of the Jamaica TT Association, is not null and void, and they'll go to the courts, and that means they'll be going back to the drawing boards. So the challenger, Karen Sinclair Lim, and Godfrey Littleton will go again for the second time to see who will sit in the seat as president of the Jamaica Table Tennis Association. And also, Brenna Williams, her trial starts today for her failed drug test. It starts today and ends until Wednesday. So we'll hear Wednesday what will happen. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that she'll get a good hearing and a good and result. We're looking for her come Wednesday, and she'll be to be it's now on the way, and will be at an undisclosed location. And we met this young athlete will be cleared. As we told you earlier, she was given an over-the-counter farmer cold and flu during the Jamaica Championships by her mother, Sharon Simpson, and and the campus claimed that an over-the-counter pill was contaminated and with elements of the diuretic. So we're hoping that, and if she's found guilty, she could get banned for 4 years. We're hoping that she will not be found guilty and thus and by clear by Wednesday, and by Thursday she's on her way to Doha and to run the first round of the 100 meters come Saturday morning. All right, wish her all the best in those events. All right, and also the news in Jamaica's local Premier League football was played there for you yesterday in Premier League football. We saw Red Dumbly Holding. They beat Very United by 2 goals to nil. Mullines United continued on their winning ways where they beat Arnett Gardens. Mullines they beat Arnett Gardens by 2 goals to 1. Humble Lion and the Waterhouse they played to a nil all scoreline, and Tivoli Gardens beat Cavaliers by 2 goals to 1, and Harbour View went down 2-1 to Hope United, who got their first win and their first point in Premier League. And also Waterhouse in women's football, they defeated Cavaliers by 5 goals to 1 to win the women's football competition. And also football overseas now, where Burnley they beat Norwich City by 2 goals to 0 in the English Premier League. West Ham they beat Manchester United by 2 goals to 0. Newcastle and Brighton they played to a nil all scoreline. And also we saw where Crystal Palace and Wolves as Wolverhampton Wanderers they played to a 1-all scoreline. And Arsenal and Aston Villa. Arsenal beat Aston Villa, came from behind to beat Aston Villa by 2 goals to 1. And Liverpool beat Chelsea. Sorry, Arsenal beat Aston Villa by 3 goals to 2. It's Liverpool that beat Chelsea by 2 goals to 1. And the standings now in that is Liverpool is up front with 18 points, followed by Man City on 13, Leicester 11, Arsenal on 11, and also we have where West Ham on 11, Bournemouth is on 10, Spurs is on 8, Man City is on 8 as well, and so to Burnley 8, and Sheffield is on 8. And in the drop zone, we have Norwich City is on 6, followed by Newcastle on 5, Aston Villa on 4, Wolverhampton Wanderers on 4, and also Watford is also on 4 as well. In there in the English Premier League. And the local league now, Mullines lead with 12 points, followed by Waterhouse on 10, Humble Lion and Dublin Holding on 6, Harbourview on 6 as well, Dewey on 4, Mount Pleasant is on 4 also, Arnett Garden on 4, Cavaliers on 4, Tivoli on 3, and Port United also on 3. All right, so on that note now, we've come to the end of Make We Talk Sport for another Monday. Join us next week, Monday, same time, same place. Next week, we'll be back you on Facebook. All right, so Monday next time, same. So until then, have yourselves a wonderful day and keep it locked to us here at Roots FM 96.1. Call up shortly at 12:30 when news on sports. Big news, big breaking news today inside a wonderful day. This has been Make We Talk Sports.